get you to the stage here. I appreciate everyone enjoying those moments in time of the pure and utter silence within. Oh, let me get my new mic get going. East, have I
What's
heard you
up?
speak yet?
No,
East,
I
have
am speaking now. Good tidings, my brother.
brother, give me 2 seconds to fix my mic.
All good, all good.
You want to fill the void with something sweet?
Yes, I will fill the void with a great poem of mine, recently written last week. I'm going to speak it out soon and I can do that. Let's get started.
Mic check.
I'm here.
Mic
I'm just
check
finding it.
check. Hey, we're good, and we're
Check,
we're
check, check.
sounding
One,
we're
two, 1, 2.
sounding
I
good.
sound clear?
How's the new mic sound?
Yeah. C'est bien, c'est bien. Vous parlez français?
No French, no French, unfortunately, only English. I have such a terrible job with English. Let's try to keep it simple. Let's try to keep it simple. But I am French.
It's just I'm trying to place your
I am
accent, that's
French
why.
indeed. There is some French in there. But but
Je
between
sais,
you and
je
me,
sais.
I have waited for this moment
Yeah,
all eternity. Can we enjoy it?
me too. Yes, let's
Okay, so
enjoy.
let's just
Let's go for it.
listen to the guitar and you tell me what's wrong.
Yes, that note.
Do, do you
There was
do
something
you
there.
hear what I hear?
Yeah, I hear what you hear.
So what happens is the first five strings are in the right frequency, whereas the last string is in the
Okay.
wrong frequency.
Have you tuned it? Did you
I
recently string
no,
it? Because
no,
I've
no.
got an
Everything is
acoustic as
working
well.
perfectly for the example being given,
Perfect.
right?
It's a demonstration.
Absolutely. Everything I
Understood.
do is just a demonstration, and I'm just fucking practicing, bro.
It is.
So,
Let's go.
so,
Practicing
so
for the big stages of the
indeed, they
world,
haven't a
baby.
clue what's
We're
coming.
global. We're global. We're
They
international. They
have an
have no
idea
idea.
what's
Let's go.
coming because they haven't an idea what the word entropy means. And some
They
of the
do
most
not.
brilliant minds in the world are trying to decipher what that word truly means.
Oh, they do not know what entropy means. No,
But
for
you do.
sure not.
You have an
That's an
idea.
automatic word. But I know entropy because I got trophies and I'm gonna buy trophies and I'm gonna make more trophies and print
Okay, back to the lesson.
trophies.
My
Let's go.
apologies.
I
You're
got
getting
an
out of
idea.
hand. You're getting out of hand.
Let's
I see
go.
you. I see you. I see you, bro. Now let's calm down. Let's have a little
All right, let's
humility
calm
on the
down.
journey to heaven. Uh, but
Of
some of us
course,
are
of
already
course.
there for everyone else. And I heard the
Humbleness
statistic,
is
man.
the
And
way.
guess what? One in a
Tell me.
hundred people are searching for the fucking truth. Did you did you hear that?
Amazing. The
Did
numbers
you
are
hear that?
growing. The number 1 in 100
So if
people.
that
That
one
is
person
amazing.
finds the fucking truth, he can wake up the other 99.
Yes. And then we multiply that by another 99, by another multiple of 99,
Exponential
and before you
growth,
know it, we're where we need to be.
exponential growth is fucking real. And
It is real. It
unfortunately,
is
I
real.
am at the point of no return because my mind is in the minds of
No,
so many men right
never.
now because they haven't a clue what I'm talking about.
Zero. They don't get it, but I do. So let's
Let's
voyage
voyage
and
through the
let's
journey
let's have a good
in the
time tonight.
frequency of the 432 hemisphere. For those that know sacred geometry,
Let's go.
so let's
432.
take that last string that we heard there at the end because it sounds like shit.
It does.
I gotta. There we go. That sounds better.
It's getting better. That's much
That's
better.
432,
That's
and what
good.
it causes to your brain,
It's 432.
it causes it to
Yes, yes.
harmonize.
It does. I find harmony now. I feel like the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere are in sync.
Oh, not quite, not quite.
Not quite
I
yet.
heard it. I did hear it. I'm not quite prepared. I apologize. I've been walking
It's
around the
okay.
room waiting to perform all fucking day, and the bastard never gave me the opportunity. The bastard never gave me the opportunity to perform. He gaslit me the entire
Yeah,
time, and then at the very end, I'm pissed.
I know.
I'm angry, and
No,
anger is an
good.
emotion I can
I'm
do
angry too.
without, but use at the same time. So in
You
this moment,
have
we'll
to be.
tune this guitar.
Let's find I'm the harmonic force. Let's go.
So let's just enjoy this moment in heaven. for just a quick moment, and I'd love to sing you a song because I have been practicing all fucking day to perform my craft. Because I have concentrated on the one craft that would set me apart from the rest, and that's obtaining
Amazing.
the
Yes.
vision required to complete the uncompletable. Because I can envision the
Yes.
unenvisionable, and it only makes sense when shit makes sense when you find the singular truth.
Yeah.
For the truth is singular in
Yes.
nature, and once you find that truth, it is
It
like an
is.
old man who accumulated all his wealth and buried that treasure within his field. And then when he died,
Yes.
the son came and found that there was no treasure left, and he sold the field,
Nothing.
not knowing where it would lie. And what happened was is
Uh,
the new farmer who bought the field for pennies found said truth, and it was the gold that he could accumulate, and he gave it away at interest.
um, yes. Yes. The old fable that's beyond time of all time. It's timeless.
And
It's infinite.
when one is
There,
able to pull itself from the bookcase and begin to write their destiny, what do you do, my friend?
you write greatness. You write infinite. You write
And
greatness.
how does this new
You
mic
show
sound
it.
with the guitar?
Uh, it's
Is it is it
ready
pretty
for the
good?
song.
We can make it work.
It's a little pitchy. Like there's a little feedback, but we can make this work for others listening, and those that are going to tune in. I think we
Well,
can
I
make
was
this
going
work.
to anyways today, and I had didn't have the opportunity, but I feel the need to have it with you, so we come to such
Yeah.
clarity within, because I can't see another individual like me, because our fingerprint is unique,
Nine
and thus we can leave an imprint that nobody
is
else can.
no, no. We're leaving an imprint for eternity on the
So let's
cosmos,
ride
and
into
you know what it.
infinity and find out that
Let's
final
ride.
destination that everyone's so looking for within this first song,
Us.
because I'm trying to keep it simple,
Let's
stupid.
let's go. Simple,
and
stupid
and,
is
and
fun.
not only single simple stupid kiss keep it simple stupid. It is indeed, if it wasn't
Yeah.
so simple it would be impossible.
Yes, of course. We do this because we have fun with it. This is our
The
life.
joke community, as they call it, they just live for a joke. Or Nicolaitans, where they perceive in their mind that Jesus Christ died so they have a free pass to sin. That's a sad realm to live in.
Right. Sadderel,
That's,
of
we're
course.
not, we're
Of
trying to
course.
not to step on too many toes on our ascension to heaven, but some toes deserve to be cut off.
No,
You catch my drift?
that's your drift. They're
Copy,
getting cut
copy,
off.
copy. In the moment, they are indeed cut off. There isn't a single foe ahead of us. So let us find within the words
No.
of this song, the tide, spill
Let
canvas.
the time.
I'm going to put my headphones down and enjoy this moment. Alrighty.
Calm before the storm. Let's go.
So I definitely take my headphones off and I can't hear a word. What was that, my friend?
I said it's the calm before the storm. Are you
Oh,
ready?
for sure. Indeed, indeed. Right away. And what comes to thee. Give me 2 seconds and I'll find the pitch required. And there's three, count 'em, three children growing on the beach. They were eager to learn, to be taught and to teach. There's Veronica. She's biting her lips as she watches the waves turn white at the tip, and there's Veda, radiating with joy, and like a leash, she still can't stand the sight of a boy. And lastly, there's Dave. There dances in the wind, and he's wondering what love is and why it has to end. We can't understand how everyone goes on breathing when true love ends. But his mother whispers, quietly. Oh, heaven's not a place that you go when you die. It's that moment in time when you actually feel alive. Live for the moment and take this advice. Live by every word. Love is just a hoax, so forget everything you've heard. Forget everything.
There's a
And there's three, count 'em, three children missing from the beach. They're eager to learn, to be taught, and to teach. But the sad thing is they never live past the age of 15 due to neglect from their mother, who is bedridden by her ex-lover, their father. And she didn't even. Oh, I did game of. Yes. And where was I? Oh my lord, I made a mistake. Mistakes are stepping
my
stones to
lord.
success, guys. I'm glad I was able to have a mistake with you guys in this moment. Oh my
Hey,
lord. We'll go
mistakes are.
straight to the course.
Let's go.
Where
Come
was I? Where was I? Where was I? Jesus, give me a second, a moment.
on. There, Ronnie. Along there somewhere. With the chorus. Just start off the top of the
Copy that.
chorus.
Copy that.
Yep.
No,
I think you're probably more if it was a free
no, heaven's not up. I'm so bad at what I do. I'm using this only as a means to an end. One day I won't have this guitar in my
it
hand,
does.
perhaps, but I love to strum it for the task at hand. Um,
Well,
and there's three. I'll just sing the whole last verse again. And there's
okay.
three. Count 'em, three children missing from the beach. They're eager to learn, to be taught, and to teach. But the sad thing is they never live past the age of 15 due to neglect from their mother, who was bedridden by her ex-lover, their father. And she didn't even notice or pay much attention as the tide came in and swept her three into the ocean. Now, oh, her advice seems useless. No, heaven's not a place that you go when you die. It's a moment in time when you touch her and feel alive. So live for the moment and take this advice. Live by every word. Love's completely real, so forget everything you heard. Forget everything.
Yes. Yes. That was amazing. Now you make me want to pull out my acoustic and play you
Absolutely,
something.
absolutely. All in due time, I will give you that
Do that.
opportunity. Uh,
Of course. Oh no, as a host, go ahead.
absolutely,
That was yeah,
absolutely.
that was
But
great.
the
I
moment, the
playing
moment I
that.
knew I didn't have the opportunity with the crowd that I was given, I had to create one of my own. And I'd like to invite up Curious himself, to read a poem that he has written.
Of course. I'm gonna mute my
and
mic.
and I hope for the poem to be of such good quality and substance that it will astonish me.
Yes, me too.
Me,
Let's go.
me too. I just need to find it again. Holy cow! I put it in, and I put it in so many places. Oh, I'm very close to finding it again, and there it is.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I'll even share it. I'll even share it to the space here.
I appreciate it. Thank you. What generosity you have with the words.
Yes,
I'll also into the space after you.
it
I'll
is
get in the order.
entitled Elemental. On the grind daily. Rest my head like Sisyphus, ready for melee.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I had to take thy words and put it into a little book that I'm producing. I hope you don't mind.
Was that a haiku? Sorry to interrupt you. Oh, Elemental, look at that thing.
Yes, this is haiku 575.
Love it. I just gave you a follow.
Oh, there's somebody who wants to speak and I can't notice. I don't notice them. Oh my goodness, who wants to have a mic? Shadow Fox is in the house. Shadow, what did you have to say? There must have been a glitch, but I was asking Shadow what she had to say.
There's probably a glitch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't. I
No, it's good. It's good. She'll get there in time. She'll get her piece in, I'm sure.
Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, I had to come into your space and say hello to you. How you fine people. Oh, yes.
I started the space in a moment of anger because I was waiting all afternoon on my son's birthday for the opportunity to
wow.
speak in another space, literally the entire afternoon, and he skipped me. He told me I
I'm
have
sorry.
messages, I have screenshots, I can prove it. He swindled
Of
me.
course, no, I'm
He
listening. Go ahead.
swindled me.
Wow.
And that
Yeah,
is a
I
feeling that is like you don't like for
I feel the anger. I feel the
those that don't know
anger.
what it's like to be swindled. It sucks to be
Oh
swindled.
yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm trying to deal with that in the moment, but I won't let it affect this beautiful moment that I am sharing with all of you. Artisan, what do you have to say?
I send you peace, love, and blessings. And hopefully it will reestablish your evening. And I have a poem that I have written, and I just didn't know if you guys would like to hear it or not.
We would love to, Artisan, and it's nice to meet you. I go by East.
Hi, East.
How are you?
I am well. Luke, is it okay? Can I read a poem? Are you going to play first?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Go ahead.
Are you going to
I'm just
play?
I'm doing the drop D's tuning, and then towards the end I will add a song to what you have spoken.
Okay. This song, and it might just fit the vibe right now, right? So this was many years ago, and this poem arose from me stepping out of a domestic abuse situation, and it is created perceptions. Windswept hair, haggard weathered faces, aged before their time, coldness is instilled, deepest sorrows with despair, quite often much to bear. Where does the depth of pain reach its pitiless death? Create this living, breathing void which nothing can fulfill. Create it real good and seal it away. What? Not enough? I haven't learned? I need more pain? Be creative. Borrow someone else's and make it your own. Wind-swept hair, haggard, weathered faces. Live in emptiness, live within a lie. Death is upon us. There is no release. This death will follow until we change the thought and change the wind-swept hair, haggard, weathered faces. That's it.
And what I got from that is a gift, and I appreciate your gift you shared with us all.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And on that note, I'd like to sing us a tune to my friend, the cigarette. For those that don't know, he is my fourth oldest friend,
That'll
unfortunately.
Beautifully written artisan. Just had to commend you on that. I felt every word.
Thank you, East.
Thank-
Thank you, East. And do you have some material prepared, perhaps some poetry that you can
Yes,
share?
I have a poem ready.
Absolutely. Present thy product.
Sure. I'm going to also let's see. Let's see if I can link it here.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna link it to the space and bring it up.
Nope, do what you need to. Put it on the Jumbotron.
I'm gonna
I
put it on
was
the
I
Jumbotron.
was looking forward to being the interruption to the halftime show, but that never happened.
Yeah.
So we might as well do it right now in this moment
Yeah, we're
with
gonna
each
do it
other.
right now. Let me find it over here.
If your notes are anything like my notes, it's a fucking mess.
I think I'm gonna do this one.
I'm trying to organize. I'm trying to organize myself best.
How
But
do
yeah,
I put it in the Jumbotron? Should I just find
bottom right, or you post it to your thing, or post it in the space, and it'll stay there forever.
so bottom
Like
right
if you
of the space, right?
bottom
Yeah,
right of
there
the
we go.
space, and then you just go to the little tree, and then you add your tweet, and I'll add something in there too because it only makes
Okay,
sense.
so you can move it up. I've added it. Yeah, okay.
And then if you post it, I can post it to the Jumbotron, or if you know how to post
Yeah,
it to the Jumbotron.
no, you can post it for me, but it's gonna be under there, so you find it.
Okay, understood. Let me know when it is.
Yep. Oh man, what's the title of this one? Soaring Eagle or Soaring Rise? Give me a moment. Let me check my Substack. I just have to
Absolutely.
make sure I have the correct title.
For sure, title is everything. I'm sure
Oh,
Curious can agree.
yes. Yes. Masterful Man, it's called actually.
Ooh, I am interested. Tell me more.
Masterful Man. I have to read it out for you. Wait for the surprise. I've tweeted it, so you can throw it up on the Jumbotron whenever you're ready. Once it pops up
Absolutely.
on your
And
end.
I'm tentatively listening, my friend.
All right. Let me give you the read. Give me a moment. I'm gonna walk over to a space that's much quieter in our home. All right, you hear me loud and clear?
Better than most. Yes, let's go.
Here we are. I rise, I soar, for glory, for show. Mysterious, masterful man. Mantle-based throne, where sun shines eternal. I am all, I am none. Endless endeavors carry me through, where borders do not exist. I flourish as a petal, flowing in the wind. I'm the stem before the cherries drop. And that is Masterful Man.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. It's still resonating. Oh wow. Beautifully written. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. One of my best works, for sure. One of my best works. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Your best work yet.
Best work. Well, I don't have an opus, so I'm always chasing the magnum opus. I think that's
Oh,
gonna be my thing.
you're the dragon chaser, are you?
I am.
Always
I am.
chasing the dragon. That next
I
high.
don't think I have an opus. I don't think it exists and will ever exist. So I just write better and better. I keep chasing it. That's all I do. I keep chasing it. Yep.
Hey, until you find it, man. Until you find it.
Until I find it. That is true. That is true.
Or it finds you is what's
Or
going
it
to happen.
finds me, right?
Right? Because the
If
hunter
it
will
go
become
either
the
way.
hunted. The hunter will become the hunted in the very end.
Yes. Yes.
And I am looking for those who are looking for me because I
Yes.
produce unaltered truth.
Yes.
And so
Correct.
should you.
Correct. Correct.
If you put that in the chat bubble, it will follow the space. And it will be put out there on Twitter also.
Absolutely. And on that note, I'd love to sing you one last song to my cigarette. It's called The Cigarette. Okay. I'm going to pull up the lyrics because I don't quite remember them. I'm ready. I swear I'm ready. I'm ready, guys. We'll get there. watching the days burning out like a cigarette. Just a few drinks to go. You built me up and you broke me down. Somehow everything just seems so clear to me. Nothing left to know. You built me up and you broke me down. Somehow. How can you say it's too late to save us now? And I would wait for you. Well, if you would wait for me, yeah. And I would wait for you. Well, if you would wait for me, yeah. Intoxicated, the edges so rated, so easily torn from the core. I blushed the first time, but you blushed the last time. My mind hit your eyes. You built me up and you broke me down. Oh no, that's not the words. Holy fuck, I keep fucking up. Regenerated, these
Doesn't matter.
feelings are hatred, are long for your love evermore. You built me up and you broke me down. This time, how can you say that it's too late to save us now? And I would wait for you. Well, if you would wait for me, yeah. Just practicing. That wasn't the best rendition, but I know one song that can get them going. The moment they hear it, because they love it. Peter Pan by Ruth B. And there was a time when I was alone, nowhere to go and no place to call home. My only friend was the man in the moon, and even sometimes he would go away too. And then one night as I closed my eyes, I saw a shadow flying high. He came to me with the sweetest smile, asked if you'd like to talk for a while. He said, Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise you you'll never be lonely. Ever since that day. I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. And run, run, lost boy, they'd say to me, away from all of reality. And Neverland is home to lost boys like me. Lost boys like me are free. Oh, Neverland is home to lost boys like me. Lost boys like me are free. And the best part was he sprinkled me in pixie dust and told me to believe. Believe in him and believe in me. Together we will fly away in a cloud of green. To your beautiful destiny. As we soared above the town that never loved me, I realized I finally had a family. And soon enough we reached Neverland. Peacefully my feet hit the sand, and ever since that day, I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. And run, run, lost boy, they'd say to me, away from all of reality. And Neverland is home to lost boys like me. Ooh. Lost boys like me are free. Oh, Neverland is home to lost boys like me. Lost boys like me are free. And of course, Peter Pan and Tinkerbell and Wendy Darling. And even Captain Hook, you are my perfect storybook. Neverland, I love you so. Now you're my home, sweet home forever. A lost boy at last. One more time. And Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and Wendy Darling. Even Captain Hook, you are my perfect storybook. Neverland, I love you so. Now you're my home, sweet home forever. A lost boy at last. And always. I can't sing that line, but we can imagine it. I gave it my all. I am my lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. And run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me. Lost boys like me.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
man.
I appreciate. We will get there in time, but some of us are already there and we're pissed off.
We are.
We are pissed off. And I love the group that is forming here because it only makes sense that we start banding together. Because I know most of you know what I'm fucking talking about. Can somebody post this to the space, please? The group chat? Jersey, can you do that for me? Can you post the space in the group chat? I don't know if I did that yet.
Whalebone, my son got a little toy today, and it was a little whale that I had to put together in 3 pieces, and it made me think of you.
I'm in 2 pieces. I love the 3-piece whale.
Guys, operate the room. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
That was great.
Actually, I'll take you for a walk.
Sure. I'm still stuck on the whale. And
How's your day going, Canberra?
It's going to Sandy.
Are you Sandy on the beach with the whale?
Dandy. Dan.
Oh, Dandy.
You know Dan.
Oh,
Dan-
so just real quick, everyone. In the bottom right-hand corner, you see a little bubble. In that bubble, you can post things and the things relevant to the things we are talking about. Post them for your own pleasure and amusement. Do so willingly if you so choose. But there's also a retweet button where you can go and quote tweet, say a little thing about what's happening in here, so that others may come and see as well, so that they can see what we see within each of every one of us. Because the God in me recognizes the God in you that recognizes the God in we. And it's about time that the children took over from the adults.
Preach, amen.
Hey man, it only makes sense when everything makes sense. But unfortunately, Canadians don't make sense. That doesn't make any sense. And I got $1 to my name and this moment with you, friend. I have $1 in my pocket. It's shiny. I'm
Very
looking at
shiny.
it, and I will never spend it.
Neither will I. Silver coin that is minted in 2022, and I'm keeping it as a souvenir, and that's all I need to my name.
Absolutely, and you and I will laugh 1,000 years from now about how we saved the fucking planet.
Of course we will.
Absolutely, and everyone's building their kingdom so handsomely, but it's their
Yes.
heart. It's their heart that needs examining.
It is the heart. It is the heart. The
And
heart is where it starts.
all these children of the light are doing what thy heart desires. Who am I to judge what they desire and what they don't?
Exactly.
We are going to the same destination in time. There's no need to hurry or worry anymore. So on that note, does anybody have some homework to present to us or something in regards to assist and others in the journey? Because this recording I will be sending individuals to see the mistakes that were made and whatnot, but knowing that we were true in everything we were doing.
I am so glad you sang that Peter Pan song.
I appreciate you, James. Jersey James.
That would be me.
and like I said, King James himself would be impressed with you.
Jersey,
Great.
Jersey. What is it? Jersey James? My bad.
Jersey Jesse James.
That's a tongue twister, but I think I got it. JJJ. Triple J.
There you go. That'll work.
Absolutely. Richard, I think I see your hand up. Your hand must be hurting, bro. Have we spoken before? Come on into the light and I will see you there. That's a good enough tagline. What do you have to say, my friend? What does the light have to say?
Well, I might be able to shine a little bit of light on your future. If when you're singing, if you'll calm down and don't stretch your vocal cords so much, use them sparingly. Be comfortable on your throat. It'll be more comfortable on your ears, more soothing, more acceptable for others to hear. And it's a little secret that the professionals use. Back in the 70s and 80s, it was a big thing, to try to make your vocal cords last as long as you can get them to last, but get the tone out softly and use your equipment for amplification.
Richard, do you know what a PSI wheel is by chance? It sounds like some hypnosis there, or some of those techniques.
No, not right offhand. I'm not aware of it, but I am aware of a lot of things in life.
Richard, I appreciate the insight that you have provided. But these are the baby steps. These are the baby steps necessary for the foundation of something beautiful. Truly, because once a perspective is given, it would be wrong of one not to follow through with that perspective.
True.
And all I wish to do is gift my perspective upon others so that they can unleash the inner giant within themselves and see themselves on front for what everything is. Because they don't see what's in front of their own faces.
Let's go.
I know this, and I was just hoping to help you along in your creativity with music.
I appreciate it.
I've got another friend that he done the same thing for a while until I showed him an alternative perspective.
Well, consider yourself a part of my team, my friend, because your words of encouragement have helped me.
Me too.
Sure.
Go.
Anytime.
And if I am ever in need of thy services, I will call upon thee, and I will expect you to call upon me if I am ever needed as well. Brother of the light.
We'll keep that in mind, sir.
Indeed, indeed. And if we need to find out what their life path number for those that are listening, life path number. People find solace in numbers. It's good to know one's life path number. I know an individual that one can get in contact with and figure out what their life path number is. My life path number is number 1. Unfortunately, somebody had to be number 1, and I chose myself. So hey, I'm my best friend. So, for if we have to know the best friend category, I'll go like this. I am my own best friend, unfortunately. My second best friend is Jesus Christ himself, because everyone's Jesus Christ is a little bit different than mine. And then, of course, you have the marijuana plant as third, a healthy third, the marijuana plant. And for those that don't know the legend of the marijuana plant, the legend says that it grew out of the wisest man in the known universe's grave, King Solomon himself,
Oh, wow.
the man who summoned demons to build him a temple and tricked them.
Amazing. Never knew the history.
But how wise was this wise man? I ask you, East and Richard and Curious. I ask you, how wise was this wise man?
Was he as wise as Merlin the magician?
Doubt it.
I don't think he was as wise as Merlin. No, not even close.
Abso-fucking-lutely. And like it was written on the Temple of Delphi, know thyself. Know thyself, and you will know the power of the gods and the knowledge of the universe.
Yes.
Luke, that reminded me of idle hands are the devil's, what they say about idle hands being with the devil. But you need to assign the devil a job, right? Because those hands need, what I'm saying. You gotta get those demons to work for you and twist it.
You think you want to get to heaven? He wants to get to heaven even more.
Yes. There's no truer
You haven't a clue what they know, because the day will come where I will be standing in front of individuals that are so fucking old. And I'll look up to them and say, I applaud you on the crown of glory lifted upon your head. If they even have gray hair, because that's what King Solomon called gray hair, the crown of glory. Oh. And I'll look them in the eyes and I'll ask them the simple question. Do we know what the question will be?
I think I caught your drift. I was almost going to guess what your question will be, but your humor is just a breath of fresh air. Now, what is the question? Go ahead.
Do you know what I know?
That's a great one.
Absolutely, bro. And it's going to be a dance and a song until the end of time because they haven't a clue.
Do they know what we know?
Absolutely not until we tell them.
They do not.
What's it say in the Bible? Ask and you shall receive. I see a couple hands up.
Absolutely. We will go Shadow Fox and then Kimber.
Oh my goodness. I'm just trying to figure out what I was going to say on this because it kind of got shifted. But Luke, I must say that I walk and journey that path of number 1. Oh yeah, life path.
Oh shit, we resonate then.
Life path number 1. And I would like, this is what's really kind of cool is because in my life, I have established kind of like a philosophy that is, there are no limitations. I live without limitations, plain and simple. And that our perceptions are our only limitations. So therefore, if there are no limitations, right, we don't have to be limited in any way other than how we choose to be limited. So it would be our perceptions. So I just made a great big huge circle, flipping back and forth, because perceptions are our only limitation. So
perception indeed. And once you're gifted a perception, and if you run away from that perception, what does that make you?
free.
No,
Free.
not if you're running away from the perspective that was given.
Oh
I was
no,
gonna
yeah.
say a slave.
But then again,
A slave.
just
A slave
because
to
someone
that.
gives a perception does not necessarily mean that that perception will resonate with you. Sometimes we have to be able to try on those brand new clothes to see how they fit. And until we can grow into those clothes, so to speak, then yeah. So again, I just know in my heart of hearts that what holds us back is how we see the world.
Absolutely. And perhaps we should do some testimony for a moment in time. Because it is time that I made an account for what I have done in my life up until this moment, and what I will continue to do into the future. Because when you know how to manifest a dream into the physical reality, what do you want to do with that knowledge?
To share that knowledge with the world. Share it.
You want to shine your light so all can see.
Yes. Share it with the world.
And like Jonah in the whale, I was in the whale for 10 fucking years, guys.
I know that feeling.
Because knowledge gained and not acted upon is so detrimental to the soul that it sickens me. It hurts me. It hurts me. So I just decided to stop running from my destiny and do what I had seen a moment in time when I was 21. 21 in March, actually. So March of 2013, shortly after the battle was won, I cracked open the coconut within my own mind. But I noticed that there was another coconut cracker who figured out how to crack the coconut as well. And together we danced a wonderful romance that nobody else could see. And there are others out there that see like us, and they are trying to save their very souls by making agreements with others in order to survive. And I appreciate them, and I see them, and I wish to give them the chance to see like me. And I will give them one opportunity in my presence, and then I will knock them down to listener. So, right, and it only makes sense that our spaces are full of laughter.
Laughter and light. We're here for laughter, light, and spreading the.
It only makes sense what I am about to embark on, and I am so angry in this moment still that fucking, oh my god, that guy fucking gaslighted me all afternoon. He told me to tell him about my accomplishments, and I guess it wasn't good enough for him.
No.
He hasn't seen, or he hasn't messaged me back even.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh
my god.
Back to the light. Find the light again.
Oh my lord.
They're not.
He wasn't ready for me.
He was not ready. They are not ready.
No, nobody is, because I was the only one that knew when I would show up to the show, bro.
I
was the only one, but I knew for 10 fucking years that I was going to show up to the show. So what do you think I've been doing the last 10 years? Absolutely nothing? No.
Building
I have been diligently tending to my studies.
That's it. That's what I've been doing. That's what we've been doing.
Absolutely. We have become masters at the crafts at hand. We will go Shadow Fox, then Kimber.
I think Kimber was next.
My apologies, Kimber. Go for it. What do you have to share?
I just wanted to say, if people knew, completely understood how powerful you are by being first player in this reality, like when we go to where we're going, the only thing that you're going to face is the back of your own head. And you're going to have to explain to your own soul why you didn't do the shit that you were supposed to be doing. And it's going to break you, man. Because the love that's waiting for all of us, that we all come from, is so big and beautiful. And yeah, so we need to just prepare our hearts and let those, and be prepared in that way to shine upon other people and to give them that peace and let them know that it's already been done and that we're here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
I am all about putting it into perspective, guys. because that's all I wish. I bring good news, I really do, and I'm trying not to step on too many toes on our ascension to heaven. But again, I said earlier, some toes deserve to be stepped on and crushed and chopped off and removed from the whole, because it is affecting the whole. If it is affecting the whole, it must be removed. And that's exactly what we are doing. I have friends in high places now who are doing great things. All I have to do is the small things in life, and the big things will take care of themselves.
As it should be. As it should be. No greater truth, brother. No greater
No,
truth.
man. Oh, man. I wish I could tell you the whole honest God's honest truth every moment. Really. I want to put it so simply that they understand it and then goes forth and becomes better than me.
Yes. Yes. As it should be. As it
As
should
it should be. Right? Because the teacher should be able to envision and paint the vision within the eyes of the student to such a degree that the student becomes like the teacher and so much fucking more.
Yes.
And as we live in the days where the mixed blood kids are going to be fucking king.
Yes. Yes. Let's go. As Merlin trained King Arthur, and King Arthur with Excalibur was supposed to be a greater magician than Merlin. So the student has to surpass the teacher, of course.
Indeed, indeed, it only makes sense. And I fear one thing and one thing only in all of reality. Do you know what that is, East?
Tell me.
Anybody else know what I fear the most?
I fear turning away from God to an extent where he can put out the light inside.
Wow. Too many words. Too many words. Artisan, do you have any words? The one thing I fear is the creator himself.
Yes.
Because that is the starting point of true fucking knowledge. Is fear of the creator, the one creator. And if I could have a moment of time to share a parable with you to bring it into perspective. And I'm going to try not using that word, perception, in paradigm, because the old paradigm needs to be removed and replaced with the new paradigm where we are all telepathic beings. We just have to realize that. I hear you guys so loud and clear. The silence is so deafening. So I forgot what thought I was on.
You were going to share a parable with us.
Oh, the parable of the one.
Of the one.
Of the one. The parable of the one. In the beginning was the one. Do you know how fucking lonely it is to be one? It fucking sucks.
Don't I know it? Speak my life.
Can I share something with the group? Would you guys mind?
Absolutely. Before my parable, please.
Okay. Well, you can say your parable if you like.
I was on a roll. Please allow me. So continuing, in the beginning was the one, and only the one. Do you know how lonely it is to be one? It fucking sucks. So one wanted to become two, and it became two. And then two looked at one and saw that one was better. We know why. Because one came first. So two went behind one's back and created a third. What was one forced to do in his infinite intelligence? Send 2 and 3 away until they came back like the one. And as we are all going back as a unified voice saying enough is enough, because it's gotten to that point where enough is enough. And the law of God needs to be restored unto the land that we walk on. And I'm so thankful that I have my sanity back and that I'm not trapped within the walls of a psychiatric facility trying to tweet my heart out, but feeling constrained within the haunted walls that I was in. And now that I am free and I've been walking amongst God-loving, God-fearing men, I have realized and memorized and understand and realized that they don't know nothing. But a select few of them. I am not looking for followers. I am looking for leaders. There are enough people who have fucking followers.
The revolution, baby. I am ready for revolution.
Absolutely. And it has to happen on a personal level.
I am the revolution. And together we're a stronger revolution.
Diana, please add thy voice to the chorus.
Oh, Shadowfox, I'm sure has some words of wisdom that she was waiting to say before me. Please do.
But you were just speaking. I would love to hear thee. Artisan, you can wait. Come on now. She knows what she's doing.
Well, I don't want to derail the conversation. The only thing is that fearing the word choice doesn't sit well with me. If I may, just from my own perspective, fearing God is not, but being a part of and loving God so much. Maybe respect is a word choice that might be better than to fear, because to fear means that you are acting, praising, loving, and out of the possible consequence that if you don't, you're in trouble. You know, this is not the way I think that word was intended when it was originally spoken within the confines of the Bible. It's just a challenge for me when I hear people say, "Fear the Lord," and I wanted to, if you will forgive me, I just felt a desire to give that perspective, because that's when I requested the mic, and that's when I chose to speak.
Absolutely, Diana. And if I could add a note before Artisan speaks, the devil isn't here to fill us with a forgetfulness of God. That's what he's brought us. Sorry, I keep fucking the line up. Why that one line? The devil isn't here to fill us with a hatred for God, but more so a forgetfulness of who God is. And God must be found at the center of all fucking life. And that's within the silence of your heart that you hear the voice of God. And I just found a statistic the other day that there's a majority of those souls out there that don't even have an inner voice. Holy fuck.
You know,
That
I,
is
I, I would like to just say something kind of briefly. I've been really at this for literally all my life. By the time I was 6 years old, I had had two near-death experiences, and many things were shown to me. And I have a message to share with the world. And when I woke up, when I was able to take that first painful breath and awoken, I never saw the world the same way everybody else does. Everything was that of energy. That is what Creator, God, Allah, omnipresence is. And that energy resides within us. And I had made a mention about our perceptions are our only limitations. And the Christ consciousness resides within me. So therefore, if the Christ consciousness resides within me, I cannot walk in fear. I cannot live with fear. Fear in my own beingness is a limitation. And so from that point forward, again, it is a perception that is held, and that obeys the laws of energy. Because as light is shined into a room, it illuminates the darkness, and the darkness is therefore consumed. And fear is that of the darkness. And so for me, I have spent my entire life studying the energy of laws, cosmic, universal, spiritual, and natural. And my husband and I have a book that is getting ready to be published that goes forward in speaking these laws into the minds of people who have yet heard of them. And Christ did nothing but teach on laws.
Holy fuck, that's beautiful story you just shared with us all. And I look forward to being able to share that gift with others, if given the opportunity. I have found myself a home, and that is a church home where I can slowly adapt them to myself, because nobody knows that I'm coming yet. They haven't a clue what I'm about. And I'm walking around their church with my new Bible, reading the spoken word, the golden word, the everything that is contained within the Bible,
I am
because there's
here.
truth to be
I am
found in
here.
everything.
And
And
I am here, and I'm a doing
if
it.
Jesus, if let's be serious for a moment, guys, and then I'll get to the hands. My apologies. We'll go Matthew first, and then Kimber. If I have to be serious, if Jesus Christ walked amongst us today, then we would already know his fucking name. I don't know his fucking name. Thus, I have to speak for him until I know in my soul that he knows in his soul exactly what is required of him to accomplish the unaccomplishable. But I know that there's nobody else out like there like me. So why am I waiting for somebody to come save me? Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that it sounds when it doesn't fall upon deaf ears. Matthew, please.
Hey, everybody! How you guys doing tonight? I just want to. You guys are like on some heavy topics right now, so I gotta like really bring my focus in on this one because I'm looking at the man on the wall right now. Like, I have a little area on my wall where I went to Goodwill a long time ago, me and Grace, and we found this framed oil painting picture of Jesus, and it's the Christ, and it's amazing. He's meditating on this rock, and anyway, I sometimes look at him, and and I'm seeing him for the person that's depicted, but when I look at him now, I don't see what I used to see. I used to revere the figure in almost like an idolatry way, and I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that many of us have been forced to see him in a certain way. Now when I see him, I see someone who's paved the path before me, who's made it before me, but I'm going right where he went. I know when I look in the mirror now, I see his eyes looking through my eyes. I know who he was, who he is. Every time you look in the mirror, you see him. He looks out of your eyes. The Christ became like a figure of worship, when really he was just a way shower. He was a pathfinder. He was a precedent setter. He set the precedent for our race. He showed what is possible to attain. They say that he stole the keys of life and death from the darkness. That's obviously esoteric allegory. It means he transcended life and death.
No, man, he was able to write his own story. He found the position in the space and time, and a story that was yet to be completed, and his position within it.
Luke, can I say something in all due respect?
My apologies. Yes, sir.
I mean this with the utmost sincerity, is that to each person their own understanding will unfold in time. For me, this truth unraveled itself, and I believe it's doing so for many people. It's because for whatever reason causes you to question, to really seek the truth. I feel like a lot of us are just scraping the surface, and then we take what we found on the surface and we think it's gold, but honestly, the real gold is deep within. It's in with every person.
Absolutely.
And
I see the light within every individual on this planet.
Honestly, Luke, the future of our spirituality as a race is not going to be found in books or texts of any kind, because we're moving out of the age of Pisces. I mean, we're moving out of the age of Capricorn into the age of Aquarius. Yes. The phrase for Aquarius is "I know." I know. Yep. So we're not going to believe anymore. We're going to know. We're going to step into a knowing space. And how do you really know something? You learn it from within, from deep within, and nobody can take it from you. No matter what they say, no matter how they argue, you know in your heart it's true. And you follow that path until the end. Thank you, guys.
You're preaching the number one attitude, man. And Matthew and Grace, I love you both for the light you have shared with me. We will go in the order of Kimbrough, Diana, and Artisan. My apologies for not getting to you sooner.
I just wanted to say that there was never a shape that was seven-sided. Like, no one ever created this sacred geometry of seven sides. But when it was created or discovered or experienced, it actually it's the same as the human heart in the chest, how it sits on the axis. And you can put every other shape with, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided shape inside of it. It will fit right inside. And when you think about the heart and the ventricles and how, like, where that blood is created, it's actually created out of like nothing right there at the center of the heart. And that's what the Tesla's, 369 is. The 6 and the 3 are magnetic, and they pulsate back to the 9, and the 9 in mathematics is 0. Every time you use geometry, the 9 is always 0.
Absolutely. And if anybody would like my full name, I would give it to thee, and you can hit it up in the Gematria calculator and see what it provides. I find solace in numbers. I don't know about any of you.
So what we're doing essentially is we're all together in a spiritual realm, and we're all connected there. And what we're essentially doing is when we have this slag in our subconscious and there's people leaving the planet by choice, there's going to be some area there for us to completely flip the whole way that reality is perceived for everyone and take advantage of that time. And what it's called, or been shown to me, is it's called an anomaly.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to speak to thee on the subject. Their voice technology software and technology is in place. The Blue Beam technology is in place as well, and they're using it. The false flag event is imminent. Diana and Artisan.
Forgive me for this moment, but I would just request that Michael, please check your DMs. I've sent you a question. Please answer. I would appreciate it. No pressure.
Love you guys. Michael, please add thy voice to the chorus. Artisan, what do you have to share?
Okay. I would like to show, please take this with a loving heart because it is given with one. And I would like to show and plant the seed for those who are searching, because this is the next step. This is the next active. This is the next reality. When people say to me personally, have you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? I look at them and I ask them, have you? And they say, well, of course I have. Yes, I have. And then I ask them, then you should be able to see the Christ consciousness as she stands before you. This is what people are in search of. They're not in search of how the actual church is trying to gain followers. They are looking for those who actually carry and project and speak from the octave of the ascended masters of the Christ consciousness. So therefore, I am.
Guys, we're the ground crew for the cleanup that is required. It's time for us to start cleaning it up. So if you see evil in your sights, put it the fuck to sleep, because that's where it belongs. Matthew, what do you have to say?
Wow, man. We are all over the place. There's some good vibrations here. My hand's shaking a little bit.
Hey, man, Destiny will do that to you. If on that note, can I read from an old notebook I found?
I was, never mind. I can read after you're done, Luke. I was going to read the 42 laws of my ideals of Ma'at for you guys. Has anybody heard it before?
Never, not yet.
Okay, so the Hebrew 10 Commandments actually stem from 42 ideals that come out of Egypt. When the Hebrews left Egypt, they took many spiritual laws and principles with them, and it's still incorporated into their belief system today. But the 42 ideals of Ma'at is the original moral grounding for the entire civilization of Egypt, and it comes from a woman. Ma'at is the consort of Thoth Hermes Trismegistus, the wise master, the thrice born, the thrice greatest, the teacher, or one of the teachers of Christ himself, it's believed.
Beautiful.
Of the Order of Melchizedek, anyone? Just throw a heart if you've heard of the Order of Melchizedek.
Never.
I'm a priest in the Order of Melchizedek.
Damn, I'm with some legends. Fuck, I don't know nothing. Tell me more.
Wow. Yeah. What a space to be in tonight. Wow.
Hey guys, I have good titles for my spaces. Let me read from an old notebook I found. But it's pure gold, guys. It is. Reaching ahead of it, Sheila said. Reach ahead of your goals and grab it. All things have a beginning. All things must have an end. Know the end and you will know the beginning. Know the beginning and you will know the end. That is right, meow. But it is a new beginning. I wrote a song just for you. To the left of me, to the right of me, people telling me how to be. In the past I see, into the future I know, I will always be me. The hands of time, oh, round and round we go, until the moment is gone. Stay silent and listen, not to understand, not to reply, but to understand. I got many lessons. I got the truth that you're missing. I got the blessing over blessing, and can't even read that. We'll go to the next one. Do you think they will know the sound my voice is heard all around town? The truth has been there since the dawn of time. It will be there when the sun goes down. So live it now so that you know who really has all the power. And the one with the most power has the most demons. So I give it up to the creator and I haven't a single demon. But I summon them when I need to get my will be done. Because that's what they're good for. They want to get to heaven just as much as the next one. But they don't know how to find it. No such thing as failure, Mama. Only stepping stones to success, Papa. I will make sure it there. I will make it there. I swear. Scott's honor till the day you've heard. The sound of my voice is so unique, and you'll see me in the streets. I'll give you a wink, but that's the truth, not a lie in disguise. And then the meat of the product is over in the middle. I put it in the middle on this one. I'll past all the pages. Getting pumped up here. So, when you have found the truth, you become like hooded eagles amongst blinking owls. And we all know owls sleep during the fucking day. That's why they call us the Walking Dead. I am the Western man I know best. Take someone with you today, they said. How are you fulfilling your pages in life? I am taking responsibility today and allowing others to take theirs. The individual stands responsible before God. Because he kept the truth from the learned and the wise, and he gave it to the children of man. Because adversity is the first path to truth. Maintain a teachable attitude, we did. Maintain the right mindset, and every obstacle introduces himself to himself. Focus on a solid preparation today, and don't forget to look for the value and potential in those around you. Because we will rely on vision instead of the rules and procedures to guide the team. Don't be focused on the scoreboard, focus on the fucking moment. Are you focused on the one trade that will set you apart? Spend today listening to others and let them impress you. Give today your focus and reap the benefits tomorrow. Great minds have purpose. Others have wishes. I've known my purpose for 10 fucking years, preparing in utter silence. For it is in the silence of my heart I found the voice of God. We will be transforming mankind into a new community, one where men and women are aware of the deficiency of the old. Satan does not fill us with a hatred of God, but with a forgetfulness of God, because God must be found at the center of life. Silence before the word leads to the right hearing, and also to the right speaking of the word. And I am taking care of the little things, so the big things can take care of themselves. Because watch me dissolve into the character required to fulfill my dream and gift a destiny to myself. I am willing to give my power away to others to enlarge them. And I thank you for listening. Because when you take the word listen and you rearrange the letters, it spells silent. You're silently waiting and hoping I say the truth, and I'm only trying to provide it. And I wish that upon all of you. So on that note, Matthew, what do you have to say, my friend?
Okay, guys. I'm gonna read the 42 ideals of Mayat, and I'll try to be brief so I don't take up all the talk space. And I just wanted to say also before I start reading, Grace and I are thinking about hosting some spaces soon. Every one of you guys are invited. We kind of just, want to have a chill environment, and just talk about these topics. This is really important. I really find value in this information. So, with that, I'll share these twos with you.
And on that note, I'd love to clear the room just real quick. Everybody, welcome to the Dandelion Resurrection Radio. We're a couple hours into today's talks. Matthew's about to share the 42 ideals of the Egyptian society, perhaps, and everything will be good. I want to acknowledge all the individuals in the room. I see you guys. I see Michael, Jersey, Marika, Ikik, James, Finding, and Mala. I'm not familiar with you, friend, and I wish to know more about you. But on that note, Matthew, please continue.
Okay, so number 1 is I honor virtue. Number 2 is I benefit with gratitude. Number 3 is I am peaceful. Number 4 is I respect the property of others. Number 5 is I affirm that all life is sacred. 6, I give offerings that are genuine. 7, I live in truth. 8, I regard all altars with respect. 9, I speak with sincerity. 10, I consume only my fair share. 11, I offer words of good intent. 12, I relate in peace. 13, I honor animals with reverence. 14, I can be trusted. 15, I care for the earth. 16, I keep my own counsel. 17, I speak positively of others. 18, I remain in balance with my emotions. 19, I am trustful in my relationships. 20, I hold purity in the high esteem. 21, I spread joy. 22, I do the best I can. 23, I communicate with compassion. 24, I listen to opposing opinions. I'll just stop saying the numbers because, all right, so I create harmony. I invoke laughter. I am open to love in various forms. I am forgiving. I am kind. I am respectful. I act respectfully of others. I am accepting. I follow my inner guidance. I converse with awareness. I do good. I give blessings. I keep the waters pure. I speak with good intent. I praise the goddess and the god. I am humble. I achieve with integrity. I advance through my own abilities. I embrace the all. And that's it. Thank you, guys.
That's
I was
awesome.
thinking
Can you? Is
of
there a possibility? Can you post that down in the bottom, or post where somebody would act?
Artisan, are you in my group chat?
I can tweet it out and
or add it to my group chat if you could for a moment in time, and place it upon the wall so everyone can see it in my team. Because I have a ground crew being developed in the real realms of man, and I would love to take those words to them.
When we speak, oftentimes we use the words no or not when we're describing something or an experience. And what I like about those 42 things is that there's not a single negative in there because the universe doesn't understand negatives. So when you're saying I'm not stupid, you're really just saying I'm stupid. So
the words we are using and the spells they are casting.
So many people have forgotten about the sacred feminine. It's really a crying shame, and it's one of the biggest swindles of history. And I know I'm about to step on some toes here, but I don't care, because I speak my truth. The story of Christ is incomplete as we know it. The truth is he had a consort, he had a high priestess, he had an equal. There, as above, so below, as within, so without. As the universe, so the soul. Everything has a mirror, and without its mirror, it's incomplete. If you notice in Egypt, everything has a mirror. So I believe the Sphinx, there was another Sphinx. Everything had two, or a mirror image, because they knew when they built anything, that it's above reflection should have a mirroring reflection to reflect the unmanifest, the sacred feminine, the 0 point, the akashic, the ether, the quantum, the whatever words you want to apply to it. But it's a feminine energy, and without the feminine energy in the story, it doesn't fit. It doesn't. It's and without the sacred feminine, then we can't look at our women with reverence. We can't look at our women like, oh, they have a sacred energy inside of them. They're all queens and priestesses. They're all these beautiful, amazing, life creating beings. And I feel like there's just some masculine overtones in the Bible that we know of. And not saying that the scripture doesn't contain the truth. Of course, all scriptures do. But what I mean is there was a purposeful intent to remove the sacred feminine, and that's all I really have to say. Like, do your own searching, but
thank you, friend.
Just like Hermes, great master, he had a consort as well. Okay, bye.
Essentially, what you're saying is real men are emotional, and it's okay to be emotional in this day and age. And I had the principal of my son's school tell him not to be emotional, that men hide their emotions. And that's a scary reality that's being created within these minds.
The world has been so broken for so long. Tears are always a way for me to shed pain and move through pain. And for sure, men should cry. Men should show emotion. Men should show when they're broken and need help and need healing. And I've always found healing in tears and crying. And it's the way we shed pain. And it's cathartic for sure, as the world should be that way.
Indeed, and there are only tears in heaven. We will go Kimber and Shadow Fox.
I just wanted to say to the men, come home to the divine feminine, because you never had to leave her. And we do have huge hearts and great hearts, and I mean, they're pretty comfortable to lay on. So anytime that you guys need that motherly love, like the universal mother love, I think right now with everything going on, the world she's really just cracking wide open, and physically and spiritually. And just there is an outpour of our love always. You're always safe in those arms. That is the 0 point gravity field that we talk about. It's your mother's arms. And I do want to say on behalf of all mothers, like, for the ones that weren't conscious, and made decisions, that we have the deepest regret. And there's a lot of healing to be done just between mother and son and the divine feminine and masculine. But I just want to extend my arms for all of you. And if you ever do need grounding, just go out and just put your hand on a tree. just feel it, because the earth has her own heartbeat.
I'm still here, but I'm working hard. I'm trying to post something. Artisan, take it for a moment in time indeed.
Oh, thank you. I really must say that I'm really enjoying hearing from many of you, because it always establishes, it's like we've been carrying this torch for a very long time, and now other torches are being lit. And so to me, it is just a phenomenal time to be alive. And for, the message, 20 years ago, the messages we have would have fallen on deaf ears. And now I think people are clearing some of the wax out of their ears a little bit. But I would like
Absolutely.
I just would like to make a mention very briefly to Matthew that if you are definitely going to hold spaces or anything, if at all possible, could you DM me? I find the DMs a little bit easier.
Absolutely.
For me to find the spaces. I kind of still get lost on Twitter, guys, seriously. and
absolutely.
And know that both Diana and I hold a space on Wednesday and on Saturdays at 3:30, and it's called Journey Within. And so anyway, I just thought I'd put that out there. I'm gonna have to take my leave, so
Beautiful.
I'm gonna say goodbye, my goodbyes, and actually, in our native culture, there's no such word as goodbye, and so it would be journey well. Blessings abundant, my friends.
Hi, hi.
Journey well, artisan.
Beautiful, beautiful. We have new speakers in the room. Perhaps Ancient, I would love to hear you in this sacred space that I have created, because it is indeed a special moment. If I had to put it into perspective, I had the opportunity to perform all fucking day. I missed a very important day. It's my son's birthday. And I waited for the chance and the opportunity to perform on a stage in front of my peers and be judged. And the host of the space swindled me a tune and told me what I wanted to hear, and then proceeded to stomp out my dreams. He hasn't even responded back, so I won't give him any more respect. And it's unfortunate that I have to act that way, but if they're going to be disrespectful, so can I. They haven't a clue who I am because I know who I am. I make sense to myself. And I know there are others in here that understand that they make sense as well. And it's about time that the people who make sense are in charge. I don't know about any of you.
Can I say something, Luke?
I agree. Go ahead, Matt.
I heard someone say recently, I can't even remember who said it, but he was a pretty wise guy. One of these spaces. He said, you can't build a wall with the same energy that knocked it down. So I think what he was trying to say was when people spite us and people touch our buttons, they really get under our skin. I think that moment is to, the true strength is to defy that energy. Don't let it course through you, my friend. Don't become a vessel or an instrument of despisal, or discord.
Thank you for that clarity.
That's what we were fighting against, principalities, it says, which
Yes, thank you for that mentality. Everybody's my friend, they just haven't met me yet.
Yeah, so forgive people that hurt you, just forgive them for their ignorance, or they know not what they do. They don't know who they're hurting, and you don't know who you're hurting, See the Christ in all, would you smack Jesus across the face?
Lovingly, yes.
Wow.
I mean, if he tried to attack me,
I've looked into the individual. Matthew, I have looked into inside the individual who perceived in their mind, body, and spirit that they were indeed Jesus Christ, and that I asked them a couple questions to engage where they are in consciousness, and they realize that they don't have a plan in order to achieve what he set out to achieve. They're just so lost in thought that they perceive that there's something that they're not. They have a name, they were given a name, and everybody is given a name. And it's their choice to live up to that name or change the meaning of their name. And it's getting to that point where people are choosing their own names.
Luke, I think you're a really bright guy. I really do. I really think that you have good intentions.
Hey man, my hands are in many minds right now, and I'm working.
I think we need to touch hearts. The minds are too active. The minds are what's, this mind world has what's brought us all these sufferings.
Absolutely.
Have you ever heard of the people of one heart?
No, would love to learn more, but I would love to just calm the room one more time.
Good.
So, I welcome you guys to the Dandelion Resurrection Radio. I keep changing the name, but it's all the same. I will retweet that space right now. I will go to the retweet, quote tweet, and say Dandelion Resurrection, because we're all a bunch of dandelions smoking weed, deciding the world's intentions. Because it happens at the soul level. It does. Dandelion Resurrection. I don't know what I'm talking about most of the time. Resurrection. How do you spell resurrection? No, resurrection. because it's capitalism, won't resurrection. And then we're going to throw in the hashtag MK Utopia, because that hashtag can gather some traction as well. MK Utopia. The idea behind MK Utopia is to counteract the mind control program that they have set in place, where the individual is being controlled and manipulated by sound waves and radio frequencies and this, that, and the other to do their bidding. And so we will just bring the utopia to them with their own technology. How's that sound?
Well, they use the financial system too.
Indeed.
Got a lot of arms. It's everything. It's not one thing. It's a multitude of things. So we're all in agreement here. They use every tentacle they can. So yes, our technology to combat that is the way forward.
Absolutely. And I foresee my future pleading my sanity at the King's Bench, because that's the destiny that I have set forth for myself. Because I have no control over what goes into my body, my friends.
No. We do not. So we control our destiny and our future, and that future is incredible.
It is indeed. It is indeed. Until it arrives, let us enjoy this moment. Matthew, what's going on?
I'm loving this space, you guys. You guys are really on it tonight. Luke, you have such a brilliant mind. You have such a brilliant mind, man. I really enjoy hearing from you. You're very insightful, and I wanted to share that. I wanted to share this with you about the Hopi people, the Hopi tribe here in America and Arizona. These people have a long-standing legend about the things to come in this time, and one of the things that they say is there will emerge a people called the people of one heart, and they will be many colors, and they will be from many nations, many places, and they will be unified by love, the people of one heart. They don't move with the mind. They don't elect leaders. They don't make rules. They don't impose dogma. They move with the heart space. They know what is right. They move together as one. And these people are supposed to fellowship with the Hopi nation in the times to come. And apparently these people are some of the only people that are going to see the second world, this new world to come. And there will be groups of them all over Earth. And so I just advise everybody to move with your heart first. Try to deny the mind, because the mind gets so wrapped up wars and rumors of wars, so I think we just need to be in the moment and love each other. Just see someone plainly for what they are. They are love. That's what they are. They're not ideas. They're not their name. They're not where they come from. They're not their skin. They're not the clothes they wear, how much money they have. They're just love. And they need love too in order to thrive and survive. When you show a child indifference, your child will grow up and will be seeking that love from many different places, not knowing what they're doing. When you show a child love and reverence, they have a healthy mindset. They have a healthy ego, because they're not chasing love. They're not looking for it in reckless places. They feel loved, so they can give love. And the point is, see the children of men, see them for what they are, see them for the beautiful beings they are, and give love. Deny your ego at all costs. Deny yourself at all costs.
I'm trying to stay humble, bro. I really fucking am. Diana, please. Oh, and Ancient, I have to have a word with you as well.
I will say yes, agreed. Living within, recognizing that our emotions are telling us where we are, where our focus is, but we must also remember to be the ones. We must be in control of not only our physical, our mental, our emotional, and our astral bodies. We must be recognize that this is an aspect that will get us to a clear understanding when Spirit is teaching, when Spirit is talking to us. I agree with the recognizing the emotions, but using also very much emotional intelligence to understand, because you can tell if you are feeling regret, you're paying attention to emotions of the past that's not in the current moment, that will not aid you right here, right now, in this moment. And this is where we are. This is where we must feel and perceive and focus on where we are in this moment, knowing that the next moment will give us something different and new. I just must clarify that particular aspects of living in the emotion, because a lot of people do live in the emotion and it makes them overcharged. And so the fact is that emotional intelligence requires that we are paying attention and focusing on the emotions, where they're coming from, what do they mean, what are they telling us? Does that make sense?
To me, it does. Please, Ancient, say, send your voice into the unison that we have provided for you.
So first, I want to say thank you for a space full of energetic beings that know that they are souls of light. And I love that I heard the word astral body, because our astral bodies are like merged with our physical bodies right now, right?
Indeed, they are.
We're
And
totally
I'd love for
like
you to
sitting in
share.
them. We're totally like sitting in them, just going.
I would love to share what you have provided to us.
We're just freaking humming.
You provided that link, wasn't it, to the website?
Correct. But can I say something real quick before we go there?
Do what you may.
Okay. So, Diane, what I'm finding is I totally understand intellectually, spiritually, emotionally, physically. I understand all of those bodies. And sometimes in my experience, in my role, and the things I'm responsible for, I will have the most chaotic, angry, hateful, judgmental, meanest fucking energies ever. Just like boom, appear in my aura out of nowhere. I've soaked it up from all over the place. And then I have to process that. I have to be creative with it. I have to release it. I have to vent about it. I still practice catharsism. I still share openly about how empathic I am, and that, you know, maybe not everybody does what I do. And my emotions are my emotions. And I can bet your bottom dollar that if I wasn't meant to be here with these emotions, I wouldn't be. So I fucking honor my emotions on a daily basis. They're not always pleasant. Sometimes I want to fucking cry. Sometimes I want to vibrate off the planet and not be here. I go through these phases where I'm like, I do not deserve to be in this hell. And I know that, right? So it gets very fucking uncomfortable sometimes to continue to walk here and pretend to be something I'm not. And people will want me to be something I'm not because that's what they need. And I don't know how to do it anymore. I only know how to be me.
That's all we want to ask of you, is to be you. And that's all I'm trying to do, is be the best me so that they can be the best them. We'll go Diana, then Matthew. And then if anybody else would like to have a word, please feel free to raise your hand.
I pray I didn't misrepresent myself. Emotions should always be honored. Being emotionally intelligent means that we are aware of those emotions and where they're coming from, and knowing that. This is what I talk about when I say emotional intelligence. That I personally choose not to let my emotions completely guide me, but to figure out what they're telling me, because that's one thing that they do. And for me, I understand that everyone is dealing with all of this, and everyone's path is vastly different, is it not? So the thing is, for me, that particularly the emotional intelligence is a key factor, and I just worry about suggesting that that everyone be at the whim of them, as long as we are not in a storm of them, and we are not able to find our grounding and everything. Then then when and where are we going to get back to center? Because everything requires balance. And being at the whim of emotions can put us off balance. Am I correct?
Well, you totally are. And by all means, I'm not in any way, shape, or form, arguing what you're saying, because I resonate with everything you're saying. I resonate with everything you're saying. But if you guys would see me sometimes when I like walk out into a forest barefoot and I get completely primal and I connect with Mother Earth and I allow that energy to flow straight up through my heart space, you know what I mean? And I channel a different language, man, I come out like a roaring fucking lion. It is wild. It is divine. And I don't get to be that person around everybody because they don't know what to think of that, And in my heart, we are all supposed to be barefoot out there in the woods and climbing mountains and running free all over the world, riding fucking horses and doing every fucking beautiful thing we could ever dream of.
Welcome, 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 wild child. I love you. Oh gosh, I love you right now. I really, really do. My heart is just pounding with love for you. I just forgive me for jumping in front of people. Required to be said, and everything. I believe I was already following you because I just checked. Because if I wasn't, I was about to. I love you, dear. Love you.
There's a song. Do y'all remember that song, Warrior? It says in that song, it says, "Follow me, stereo jungle child, because I am the warrior." I'm telling you guys, I fucking hate coming in these spaces with all your fucking open hearts, and then I don't get to hide. I get to only be there. And I only fight this shit on Twitter Spaces, dude. I cannot fight.
I can't find this in real life either. So let us get down to brass tacks. I have some scripture I'd love to share with you all. So I strive always to keep my conscience clear before God and man. Acts 24:16. If your conscience is clean before God and man, you're on the right track. Matthew, please have a word. And then we'll go to a new speaker that I haven't heard before. Leanne, I'd love to hear you speak after Matthew.
You know what? I'm going to deny myself. Go ahead, Leanne.
Well, I just I'm always, of course, I love Diana to pieces. She's my best friend. But I just got into this space and I've been hearing the sentiments, and was something that struck me, something Luke said, and that's something Emily said about lions. And you mentioned dandelion, and then you come out of the forest feeling like a lion. And the word in French, the actual word of dandelion is dente de lion, which means tooth of the lion. And a dandelion is considered a weed, mostly, by most people who garden or what have you. But think about that weed. That weed is tenacious. That weed is stubborn. That weed doesn't let go. That weed will actually take down fancy flowers and tall stalks. But that weed is... And I don't consider it a weed because it's useful, and it can be eaten, and it can be turned into wine and tea. It's plant bountiful. And so the dente leon, or the lion in the lion's mouth, I was struck by that two uses of the word lion there. In close proximity. So, but anyway, somehow that just strikes me in the mood of the room. We all should be more of a dente leon. We should follow our stubborn lion path, our own spirit. That's me done. Okay.
And that was beautiful. If I could take a moment to calm the room and say a piece real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying tuned to Dandelion Radio, where a bunch of weeds get together and smoke weed and take over the world. I'd like to introduce to the stage my main man, the man that sends waves throughout space and time, the legend, the myth. Michael, what do you have to say?
Hello, you beautiful people. Thank you so much, Luke, for giving me that introduction. I feel like Buzz Lightyear that's just come to the podium.
You deserve it, Michael. You deserve it.
I honestly hope we're all going all right. We're having a wonderful moment, which is the now that I speak, and then the now that you hear, and then the now that we share together. I wish to ask everyone a question which may be silly, and I know that one may say there aren't silly questions, but it may be, considering the space I'm currently in with all you specific people. And I just wanted to ask, has there been a time where you've spent and shared the moment with yourself and you've felt the intensity of love? And I don't just mean the word, right? I mean the feeling, as if acknowledging yourself, who you are and how you fit in this wonderful universe that loves us and gives us the opportunity to love it back through loving ourselves. And I got to say, oh boy, what a feeling. I certainly hope you have, and I certainly hope you will again. That's all I got to say.
First Timothy. Am I on mic? I'm on mic. We'll go to Matthew in just a quick moment. Did I read First Timothy 1:19? 1:19. Holding on to faith in a good conscience. I could say the word. I will say the word. Holding on to faith in a good conscience. Some have rejected. Oh my goodness. My eyes aren't working well. With some have rejected and so have suffered shipwreck with regard to the faith. There are those out there proclaiming their faith out loud, but behind the scenes, their faith speaks so much louder. Matthew, what word do you have?
And you guys are amazing. Everybody has said some very thought-provoking things tonight. It's a very good space. You guys are electrifying. The dandelion thing is beautiful, and it is very sacred to us. It's very edible, and it's good for you. Someone had mentioned emotions. I think it was Ancient, and and Diana mentioned emotional intelligence, and I realized for a long time that I thought I knew that I was intelligent, growing up. And then I realized that there is something called EI, emotional intelligence. And I didn't know that I didn't have it. I didn't know that I was retarded in that place, I didn't know I was below average emotional intelligence. And then, once I discovered that, I strive to, do better as time goes on. But I think when it comes to our emotions, we just react in the best way that we know how, or till we know better, right? And I think Ancient had said something about grounding in the forest. I thought that just lit me and Grace up because we did the same thing this week. We actually went with my mom.
Actually, I'm going to post some of the beautiful pictures because we live in Ohio, here in the United States, and it's very hilly because way back when the Ice Age, the glaciers had melted and carved out these gorgeous hills. And there's so many beautiful rocks and crystals that you can find along the creek beds. You can walk along the creek beds and find Native American arrowheads. It's just gorgeous and beautiful and
There's
magical.
ceremonial mounds all over the state. It's a really amazing place. It's magical. But I thought that was amazing that she was talking about grounding and going out in nature. It's really important now, I think. I think we all should get a little dose of nature sometime. Whatever your practice is, whether you want to go barefoot or go out and actually meditate or go out there and, like she said, just scream and let loose and be a wild child, whatever it is that you're doing out there, I feel like it's beneficial. It's healing somehow.
We even take our dogs and allow them just to run free and just be dogs, roll in the mud, get dirty and filthy, and just enjoy life because life is meant to be enjoyed.
Yeah, I know we took it off topic, but also, Michael, I love what you said, man. You're amazing. All of you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for having us in this room and just for letting us have our say. And just keep going, guys. You guys are awesome.
We're doing the best we can with what we've got. That's all we're doing. That's all I would ask of anyone. Diana, what's up?
May I read something?
Don't even ask. Go for it.
I was in a poetry space. People were writing their poetry, as is often the case, from very heavy hearts, very heavy experiences. And this started coming to me. My spirit gave this to me to write because I am not a poet. And it doesn't rhyme, don't worry. But the question is, who are you?
What's your? Sorry, I hate to interrupt, but what is your name?
Diana.
Diana. I literally just had a monologue in my head of almost exactly what you just said.
Oh.
And I wanted to make sure that I was following you.
Is that Scary Norm?
It's me, Fear.
Fear.
Fear is here.
You sound exactly like my man, Scary Norm. Exactly like him.
Yeah, it's because I am. Same guy.
Oh. Same, but different.
Yes, exactly.
Look at that.
I just changed up.
I love it.
I was doing an experiment.
Absolutely. Continue as you were. If I could have a moment and read Luke 15:10. Luke was a funny guy. He knew a thing or two. He rejoiced in his knowledge. In the same way, I tell you, there is rejoicing in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner who repents. I don't know about any of you, but when the lights turn on in the individual and they spark that original spark from within, it's a beautiful moment. When you refresh others, you yourself are refreshed. Anybody have any comments?
I am refreshed today. It is special and beautiful to have been in this space, and the fact that we committed to this space and me and you just off the fly said we have to vent, we are angry, we're going to voice our anger, we're going to bring light. Together as light bringers, we are more powerful, and together we grow, together we fight evil, and it is beautiful to band here with each and every soul that is in here right now, and each and every soul that is listening, and for each and every soul that will listen to this. I am God Sparrow, the Sparrow Bird. That's what I go by, God Sparrow. So yours truly is here, and yours truly is fearless and will always, always spread love and be God Sparrow. I walk in light. My mother prayed for a leader, not a follower. I will never be a tail. I am the head, and God Sparrow has spoken.
Absolutely. Please, Ancient, what do you have to share?
Wait. Didn't Diana have a poem? Did she get to say her poem?
Oh, no, I don't believe so. Diana, please continue.
Yep.
Okay. This is to talk about the aspects of what we know and what we understand is on our way. Many people are being awoken right now, and there is a change in this world headed for everyone. This is a way we can go through it, keeping ourselves grounded. This came to me, so I'll share it here. And forgive me for those who have already heard it. Who are you? Are you the one who reacts to the world? Anger, indignation, frustration, impatience? Are you the one who lives in the past? Regret, shame, guilt, triggered? Are you the one who lives in the future? Nervous, anxious, fearful? Or are you the one who lives in the conscious moment, self-aware, in control, at peace? My father used to say life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you deal with it. Know that in this moment, here and now, you are divine and complete. Fathom in your heart, mind, and soul what that means.
WTF. Can you put that in a text form? Can you put that in a text form and send it to me, please? I need to take it to my ground crew.
Okay.
They need to hear
Same
that.
here. I would love that piece. Please send it to me.
I would love to add you to my group conversation, friends, so we can share things adequately. I just have to find the group in question. Oh my goodness. There's so many conversations. I don't know. Do I have it named? Probably not. Oh, I can't find it. Oh my God, really? There's so many people that I've been talking to, and I can't
Here,
find the group.
I'll send you a thing, Luke. Hang on.
Yeah, send a message in the group chat, and then it'll pop up at the top. For whatever reason, it's not showing the group chat.
Okay.
I just want us all on the same page. That's it. That's all. It's a pretty noble quest.
I want to interrupt and I want to say thank you, Diana, for that because, I love those kinds of reminders. I truly do. Sometimes I'll catch myself just like wallowing in some kind of self-pitiful fucking vibration. Like I can't even explain it. I can't. It just comes out of nowhere and I just have to sit in it and deal with it. And
That has been me for the last
it's
week.
so fucking uncomfortable. I fucking hate
Very
it.
uncomfortable to pass through. And I know I always come out on the other side, but it never gets easy. But I think for now, I'm very sure that it is something I'm just going to have to know comes, and together we're stronger, of course. But it's a cycle that's gonna come and go always. So
Well, it's like
yeah.
every time I get really, really close to a breakthrough,
Yes,
the people around me will start acting differently.
that's the thing, right? So then you have to just subtract.
And then I'm like, oh my fucking God, again? It's going to happen again?
Again, yes.
And I'm like, wow, man. And more and more and more and more and more
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
like people that I think that I've developed connections with,
You do.
bonds with, people I
really
love.
shows.
They
It
just,
really
all of a
shows.
sudden things will
Yes,
flip on me. And I'm like,
my experience.
I'm just like, God, I don't want to deal with
No
this shit
more.
anymore. I don't deserve this shit.
No, I do not. You're just, yeah, telling me my life. We share the same story. It's always like that, on the verge of something massive, on the verge of breaking through that barrier, and then you just see the same pattern emerge. Uh, yeah, I suppose I'm a veteran at it now, so now I know how to maneuver through that phase and break through that phase, hopefully. But yeah, not hopefully, but I do. So yeah, this has grounded me into the present. So I'm grateful for that.
Well, I had a dream this morning, and I'm totally cutting in front of dirt. I'm gonna shut up. I had a dream this morning that I was fucking packing my suitcases again, and I really, really am not in the mood to get back on the road. I've only been here for like 2 months, and
Yeah.
I want to fucking be in one fucking stable, stationary place. And I'm
Yeah.
sick and tired of the feeling like the universe just says, "Oh, hey, we need you over here.
Yeah.
Go over here." I'm so
Like,
over it.
can I not just do what I want to do? Can I be?
That's and I wanted to say that earlier. It's like once I hit a certain level, the
Yep.
idea of me even having free will is gone.
It's gone. It's like you have a greater purpose, and your calling is to go here. This is where you are needed, and it's like, okay, so be it. I'm going to go where I'm needed.
Absolutely, and you're always where you're supposed to be.
Yes.
But I wanted to take a moment and invite the new speaker to the floor. I'm not familiar with your voice. How are we doing today? And that's Setzer I'm talking to. Dear Setzer.
Oh, okay, that's me. That's me. Hey guys, nice to meet you. I'm calling from Europe. Way early in the mornings. It's like 3:40 a.m. here right now. But anyway, it's the one world we're living in, and I was just hanging around and thinking about. Well, okay, I had some experiences on spaces. One of those spaces were just singing along. It was these karaoke spaces. And if you're doing karaoke, it's always you look up a song which is expressing yourself and your feelings and your sentiments in that moment, in the time, at that time point.
That's
So
beautiful.
I think it's a cool thing. And I was sitting here and I'm doing my work for whatever reason. I'm doing that one 3:30 a.m. in the morning in Europe on Monday morning. No question asked. But anyway, I figured out an old song that came across my mind again. That was going like this. It's just about the text. It's not about the song. So I'm not going to sing here. So I'm not spoil the whole space here with karaoke singings or stuff like that. And don't be
Okay,
afraid
sir.
about that one. It's about the text.
Absolutely, sir. Continue.
It's I walk ahead alone. You tell me not go so fast, but I'm slower than you think. I'm as careful as you touch. But when you want me to relax, I am as serious as your looks. When you want me to believe, here's a blueprint of your past. is a blueprint of your destiny. I walk ahead alone. You tell me not to go so fast. So maybe you know this song. I don't know. It's about I sneak around the corner with the blueprint of my lover. Yeah, with the blueprint of my life, I would better run for cover. I sneak around the corner with the blueprint of my lover. Yeah, with the blueprint of my life, I would better run for cover. So I basically, that's a situation you're in, right? I
Yes.
walk ahead alone. You tell me, never ever leave me, but I'm already gone. I'm further than the wall you have built around your future. Yes, I'm higher than your tower. You climb a suicidal mood. Here's a blueprint of your past. Here's a blueprint of your destiny. That's all there is of you. That's all there is of me. I mean, just by the words is, yeah, well, that's what we're looking at. That's it.
That was a beautiful moment in heaven with you, my friend. I'm glad that you shared it.
Thanks for having me. I'm just taking myself back. I'm listening to you guys again then. Okay, cool.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Ancient, can I get to you after a quick song? I am all set up. I wish to softly sing a song. I didn't get the chance to sing earlier, and unfortunately, that was their regret. It was only 3 songs, and this is my 3rd song, and I'll be done with it after that. So this song is a Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, and it's called Guardian Angel. When I see your smile, tears roll down my face. I can't replace. And now that I'm strong, I have figured out how this world's so cold, and it breaks through my soul, and I'll know I'll find deep inside me I can be the one. I will never let you fall. I'll stand up for you forever. I'll be with you through it all, even if saving you sends me to heaven. And seasons are changing, and waves are crashing, stars are falling all for us, and days grow shorter and nights grow longer, and I can show you I'll be the one. I will never let you fall. I'll stand up for you forever. I'll be with you through it all, even if saving you sends me to heaven, 'cause you're mine, you're my whole life, my whole heart. Please don't throw that away. And use me as you will, pull my strings just for a thrill. And I know I'll be alright, 'cause my skies are turning white. I will never let you fall. I'll stand up for you forever. I'll be with you through it all, even even if saving you sends me to heaven. Thank you for letting me practice. I haven't
That was
walked
great.
in.
That was great.
I
Awesome.
try not.
Applause,
Great
applause, applause,
voice,
applause.
Luke. Bravo. Thank you.
Thank you. We're working on it. It's always a constant effort, but I'm my own worst critic. It's never good enough.
That was really good, man.
Thank you.
I live that.
Hey, Luke, I got a friend who's also a musician I can link you up with. He's really good at the guitar too, man. I think you would make a
Indeed,
jam with him.
as long as he tunes his guitar to the frequency of 432, I can collaborate with him. If they are unwilling to do that, I can't collaborate with them. Because imagine what would happen if for a single day, all music being played was being played at 432. What damage to the mind can be done when it's in 432?
Do that. Imagine Schumann's resonance in the whole world for a day, or any frequency that is angelic.
We would be able to change the world in only a matter of a couple days. Kimber, what do you have to say?
I just was thinking about how this truly is the greatest love story ever told. And if you want to think of the divine feminine as that Magi, you can go ahead, because that's what it is. And I think that's a part of other females, is that there is this womanhood here that's present on earth during this time. And the thing about our voice, we have a little, that little hangy thing in the back of our throat. It's like a bell, right? And what they say about the goddess Nut, or it's spelled Newt, but it's pronounced Nut in Egypt, she swallowed the moon and gave birth to the sun. And in all the depictions coming from her sacral chakra is a whole stream of bells. And how truly amazing that is. And just thinking about that as far as vibration and things go.
Just before I reset the room, I wanted to make it known that when my family returns home, I most likely will be getting chewed out through my asshole for what I've done today. I wasn't where I was supposed to be in the mind of another, and unfortunately, I bring pain when I'm not present in my children's lives, and I missed a very important day today. It's my son's 8th birthday, and I was busy all fucking day doing just this. Let's take a moment. There's a new speaker. Jalal, pleasure to have you, my friend. Add your voice to the unison in a moment. If we can just calm the room real quick, and then we can reset. Because I am enjoying the silence that has been provided to me in these moments, because I perceive a future where I won't be taking my sunglasses off, because I'll be crying constantly, laughing myself to sleep like I am right now. It's a beautiful moment when the truth is revealed, and it's hidden within inside of each one of you. And I heard the statistic, I heard it well, that 1 in 100 people are searching for the truth. So if that one person finds the truth, they can wake up the other 99. And that is our mission as the ground crew, to wake up the other 99. Matthew, what do you have to say? How about I unmute everyone and we can begin?
Yeah, it was muting me. I couldn't press the button. I just want to say thank you guys, everybody who joined, everybody who's here, our amazing host Luke, Diana, Kim Rose, Michael, and the new friends that I've never met. You guys are amazing. Thank you for holding this space with us. And I'd like to share something with you. Some of you might have heard this. Some people are new. I recently had a deep spiritual experience, and I was guided by this intelligence, this really benevolent intelligence, just kind of came over me, and there was no fear or anything, and it explained to me a really profound concept that I'd never thought of before, and it explained to me that there are many bridges between many worlds, and we do something we call hold the space. When we hold the space, we make those bridges possible with love. And we sing the one song. That's what they told me is there's a song that we sing when we lift our voices in praise, devotion, kind words, showing love. It's like it builds a bridge to this higher world where love and divine help can pour through. And that's this bridge is very important. And I know it's gonna sound crazy, but they also show me that the birds were a gift to this world, and that bird song is somehow important to this love bridge that we are a part of. This one song. So just anybody out there, respect your birds, man. Put some stuff outside for them. You know, throw some bread outside. Show the birds some respect. I really believe that they're important in all this. So are we. We need to sing that one song and hold this space. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely, and your voice is always appreciated, and Grace's as well. New topic that anyone would wish to discuss. I think we're all on the same page in a matter of respects. So on that note, I would love to introduce what Ancient has to offer. I don't know how she ended up down there. What are you doing down there? She has a website that she has created, or somebody has, I think it was her. Can you please share it within the Jumbotron for all to see? Because I told you I was going to bring them to see you. It only makes sense as I attach myself to the dreams of another. And that's one of the dreams I wish to attach. So if you could please send the link for that, the World Monetary Fund or whatever the hell that it was called. I can't even find it in my notes. I swear I wrote it down. Diana, what do we have?
We have a poem written by a friend who had a very profound experience. And I will wait until I'm through reading the poem and they can raise their hand or wave if they choose that they claim for others to know it was them that wrote it. If I may. 1,000 years. 1,000 years I visited last night. 1,000 years I did not remember. 1,000 years granting my sight. 1,000 years of the hawk's flight. 1,000 years tethered to December. 1,000 years I visited last night. 1,000 years birthed by plight. 1,000 years igniting the ember. 1,000 years granting my sight. 1,000 years of a tiger's might. 1,000 years bruised and tender. 1,000 years I visited last night. 1,000 years now gleaming so bright. 1,000 years of knowing to enter. 1,000 years granting my sight. 1,000 years was never a fight. An 8-hour dream of render. 1,000 years I visited last night. 1,000 years granted me sight.
Holy fucking shit. That was beautiful. I enjoyed every moment of it and the message that it brings, because that's what we are here to do. We are here to bring good news. Jalal, what do we have to say, my friend?
No, just a question about the 1,000 years. When will be the 100 years after the 1,000 years?
Indeed, our souls are immortal, my friend. Do you not remember? I've been working hard on you, bro, in the conversations we have had.
We are
I'm working on
infinite. As you said, in 1,000 years, we'll be in our kingdoms laughing at this very moment, this special
Absolutely.
moment.
And if those who choose to not learn lessons that they have come here to learn, let's give them Hawaii so that they can fend for themselves.
No,
Kimber.
because Diana, she's.
We do use hands here, though. Sorry. Kimber, please go ahead. I'll unmute everyone.
I really just started listening to him speak and forgot, but sorry guys. But I'm here, I'm listening. And I'm you guys got my mind going like 100 whatever. So that's good.
I try to make it as evident as possible who has the talking stick, and so we can pass it around, or the bong, or whatever we want to call it. Ancient, please share the achievements.
So I had to drop down because I had to go do something. I didn't want you to call on me. But Luke, I'm like, it's time for me to get close to going to sleep. I was wondering if you wanted to ask me those questions about the link that I sent you now, or do you want to just wait for another time? Or
No, share it with the crowd. Why don't you?
It's gpms.world, but the site is actually broken right now because we're doing maintenance. You might have got to see it the other day, but we've been in the process of maintaining it for like probably a month and a half.
Understood. Can I ask a suggestion?
Sure.
The moment you see the page, there should be a like button that you can share it instantly.
What do you mean? On the
website?
website?
The moment you enter the page, you see the mission statement, but there should be a share button immediately surrounding it.
Well, I'll definitely take that suggestion to the team, but I'm gonna lay this out to you like this.
Okay.
There is a team of developers that have been volunteering for this work for almost 4 years. We've poured our hearts, our souls, and heaven into it, into the creation of this new system. It is a divine instrument, a vehicle of light that liberates all of our souls on the planet. So, but like I said, so if you want to bring those suggestions to the table, it doesn't matter who you are. We want to know what those suggestions are because this system is owned by you. It's not even ours. People try to attach it to us all the time. They'll say, "Oh, I went to your website." And I'm like, "Okay, number one, it isn't my website. It belongs to humanity. I don't own it." So,
but it is a project of yours, and I love it.
My point is, Luke, is I would love to see you, voices like you and other contributors like you in the groups that we are in, that we're working together to put this thing together, because it has taken, you saw the numbers. There's almost 30,000 of us.
Yeah, and I told you to watch Canada because it's about to explode.
I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. So I guess we'll just wait another time, really, because the site's down. Okay.
No, that's cool. I'm ready when you are. When everything's operational, you let me know. And if there's ever talks that I should be privy to, please let me know.
I definitely will. I can actually send you a direct link to our contributors. We do it on Telegram. There's like close to 400 of us volunteers that get together on a regular basis and work on it. I'd love to have you there.
Oh my Lord, I'm excited to be there.
So I'm going to go get some rest because that's what my body is telling me.
For sure. And you got to listen to number one. I take care. I bid thee adieu.
I love you. I send you a virtual hug wherever you are on the earth plane. And we are all in this together.
Take care.
We are the most powerful fucking souls the universe has ever fucking known, and don't you ever fucking forget it.
Absolutely. And I'd love to attach myself to the idea she just said. Every angel in heaven and every demon of hell is scared of each one of you.
Of course.
Period.
Luke, number one. I have to go. I'm going to find some time in nature and reality in the outdoors. So
absolutely,
it has been a pleasure.
It has been an honor, sir, and I look forward to our further expeditions through the sea.
Yes, let's voyage. Continue voyaging through the seas. Later, Poseidon.
I bid thee. People are falling away. Michael, you've fallen down. James, I'd love to hear you. Finding Mala, Richard, Salim. I'm not familiar with thee. I wish to, though. Curious. Do we have another poem, or perhaps the bending one, the one that I so enjoyed? Do you have that one ready?
Oh, you like that bending spoon?
Yeah.
Let me grab my book here. I mean, I've got a few going on here.
Well, absolutely, you do. You're working hard and diligently.
But if you saw the code, Luke, what I've got going on in the code, man.
Dude, I can only imagine. And I was in a Web 3.0 something space earlier today for most of the day, and they were discussing things that I knew nothing about, but I knew that I had to get involved. and I wish to call upon thee to create something like the Dandelion Resurrection coin, or something that we can attach ourselves to produce something.
Well, I would just want to say, you're talking about a poem. I like to write new stuff, instead of going.
Okay.
I can always rewrite that stuff. I'll send that stuff to you. But I just want to let you know I'm going to work on one about a mousetrap.
Well, then
Mousetrap,
here.
because I am a mousetrap, and I'm wired tight sometimes, and a mousetrap. But I'm a mousetrap that is like a bear trap too.
Okay.
And somebody was speaking today about emotions, and that's what I thought of. How to decompress the mousetrap, and to be conscious of that while I do it.
Beautiful. Take the floor.
Well, take the floor. Diana. She's got her hand up. Save me by the bell.
I will say, Luke, I sent that earlier poem that I read to you in asking who you are, and emotional intelligence basically is what that is. I do have another one because this is me. This is my spiritual journey. And for me, it is love, the goal, the target, everything that is what we aspire to ascend to is contained within it is love. And a life in love. Live in, as, of, for, and from love. Live in, enclosed or surrounded by. Live as, referring to the extent or degree. Live for, with the objective or purpose, or belonging to, or used in connection with. Live from, the point in space at which a journey, motion, or action starts. Live of, the relationship between a part and a whole. Live in, as, of, for, and from love.
Beautiful as always in the moment that you are producing it. Whatever content you are producing, Diana, I will always listen.
Thank you, sir. I did check your DMs, the other poem that I had written in there.
Understood. I will see it in a moment. Kimber, can you take the floor more?
I don't know how you feel about sacred soul contracts, but I know that I was given one that states simply, I would do anything for love. And I mean that with my heart of heart. Like, I would do anything. Like, I would come to earth right now. I would come to earth right now during this time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I hear the passion and the hurt in your voice. I do. And we are the ground crew that must be stronger than the rest to be the best that we can possibly be. And I'll be the best me so that you could be the best you, and then forever we will be. And it's as simple as that. Just because they haven't been gifted what we have doesn't mean that they don't have the opportunity to see it for themselves. Because again, 1 in 100 people are searching for the truth. If that one person finds the truth, they will wake up the other 99. And it's as simple as that. Because attitude is 90% success. You get the attitude down, and the 10% action will take care of itself. They took an athlete and got him to visualize running the 100-meter marathon, or the race, and calculated his brainwaves that were produced as he visualized said race. And then they made him run said race, all hooked up to the same machine. And he was working at 90% optimal rate in the chair, envisioning his mission as he was the 10% action that was required of the body to produce those said result. I hope the message can be found within that. I don't know whose hand came up first.
Luke, just before I go away, I was tossing and turning the other night, and I was getting dreams flooded in, and I kept waking myself up because I kept trying to talk to myself so I would remember. And one of the things that stuck out with me was your cross is your compass. And I really believe that our physical body is our cross, and that's why Yeshua was a carpenter. He made, like, crosses are made from trees, you know? And it's our guide, right? Spirit gives us all of our energy from source, from spirit. That's how we move our bodies and everything. And what is more beautiful than praise for that? And that is the seed that will grow, is praise.
That's beautiful.
Hey, Luke,
Beautiful.
I have a haiku bot response.
Absolutely. After Matthew and then Diana.
No, Diana can go first.
You're such a gentleman. I love it.
Thank you. Bless you, Matthew, for that. I will be brief. Kimber Rose, you struck something in me with what you said. I will do anything for love. And this means that with the time that is coming toward us, this change that's going to happen in this world, that the lights that we are must shine forth in the darkness of the people that will be walking around not aware yet, not woken up yet, perhaps even resistant to it. Because the fact of the matter is, in the spirit of one, the Creator, Source, God, however you want to perceive Allah, this is in each and every human walking around. This spirit, this energy is in all of us, recognizing that and knowing that and loving that energy that is in each and every other person, even though they don't recognize it in themselves or in us. It doesn't matter. Set that ego aside and shine that light, because that's what's necessary, and that's how we will help and be in and as of, for and from love for the planet as it climbs to the better place that we will be.
And we will transcend it all. We will, because we have, and it's already been done.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Make your future known and you will become known. And it's as simple as that. I love everyone's emoticons. And Michael, I see you. You're appreciated. Paul, I see you. I appreciate you. And everyone else in this room, I appreciate each one of you for the light that you are. And Nikola Tesla said that there is a light within each one of us that surrounds the whole world. So envision that light and that it is engulfing the whole world, and begin to observe your universe differently. Because the scientific method is simple, that once something is observed, it changes. So if you begin to observe your universe differently, what happens to your universe? Well, shit, guys, it begins to change. Kimber, what can we do?
And I have always felt in my soul that I am here to bear witness to an extent. And I just wanted to sing a little melody that I sing. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He lays me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me along the right path for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, no evil. For you are with me. And Spirit is always with us. That's why we were created, is because we can never be separated, and we're that experience. Nothing is happening to us. Nothing. None of this, what you see, is happening to you. It is happening through you. And that's why we're going to transcend all of this into so much beauty. And as long as there is one little blade of grass on this earth, beauty will exist here. Because beauty and life cannot exist without each other.
That's beautiful. And if I had to put it simply, either you stand in the fucking light or you are divided amongst the darkness. Diana, and then Matthew.
Kimber Rose, I think in the first space that I met you in, so blessed and honored to have met you there. This song you sung, and it's been in my head, and I used to remember singing it all the time. If I may, just real quick, it is not long. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
I sing that every day, Diana. I sing that song every day.
You reminded me of it. Thank you and bless you.
That's beautiful. That was a beautiful moment with you two and everyone else in this room. I'd like to take a few moments just to clear the room of all negativity that we perceive and read from the good book because he made it simple enough to understand. So today's scripture is Romans 10:13-15, and it is the what's God's plan for communicating his plan of redemption for humanity. And it's as simple as that. So let's go find 10:13 to whatever majigger. For everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. And then they can call on the one that they have not. How then can they call on the one that they have not believed in? And how can they believe in the one whom they have not heard? And how can they hear without someone preaching to them? And how can anyone preach unless they are sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news. But not of the Israelites accepted the good for news. For Isaiah says, the Lord who has believed our message? Consequently, faith comes from hearing the message, and the message is heard through the word about Christ. But I did ask, but I ask, did they not hear? Of course they did. Their voice was gone out into the earth, their words to the ends of the world. Again I ask, did Israel not understand? First, I will make you envious by those who are not a nation. I will make you angry by a nation that has no understanding. And Isaiah boldly says, I was found by those who did not seek me. I revealed myself to those who did not ask for me. But concerning Israel, he says, all day long I have held out my hands to the disobedient and obstinate people? Question mark? Yes. That felt compelled to share that the journey will become easier with a clearer vision, and with the right attitude and the right mindset, every obstacle will present itself. Literally. Kimber, I saw your hand, and then Matthew, but you've been holding quite long enough. Matthew, what's going on?
I had something to say, but I really didn't have it put together, so I'll just wait.
Absolutely. When you're ready, you let me know. Anybody else have a moment or opinion or a thought? Because I believe I might exit this space and begin a new space all over again. Different topic at the top to try to draw the crowd in, because everything we have to share should be shared with others. And I believe it's about time we started sowing some good seeds, if you catch my drift. So on that note, Curious, would you like to end us off with a final poem, and then Matthew? And then I will open this new space immediately after this space, after I conjured up a new title, a recorded space just like this one, so we could do it all over again.
All right, this is Muad'Dib, a tiny mousetrap trembling on the windowsill after the earthquakes.
Beautiful and poetically, all at the same time. I love it. Matthew?
Yeah, I think I just want to end off by giving a message of hope and peace and love. We're in very turbulent times, and I've been through different spaces today, and and just seeing things, observing, without emotion, just observing passively. There's a lot of turbulence, and people are very afraid. So when we leave this space, just remember it's easy tonight, and don't worry about anything. Just what you're doing, because this feel the energy. I can feel each when I feel passion. I can with Bible growing. I mean, just all we don't really have anything force growth or change. We just keep ourselves doing and
I
be
apologize,
observant.
Matthew. I can't understand a word you're saying. You're cutting in and out. I don't know if I'm the only one.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you clear, my friend. I apologize, but I didn't hear a word you said.
Okay. I was saying that it seems like the people in the space and others where you're on the right path. You're finding these spaces, you're connecting with others on a low vibration. You still hear me? You're connecting with others, so you're on the path. You're doing it right. You're getting the done. We don't have to be frantic for change. Change comes, you know, if you're resistant to it. I think the Buddha said something. He said, pain is the resistance to all change. Or you can replace the word pain with suffering. Suffering is the resistance to all change. And if there can be no change without suffering. So what I mean there is we suffer when we resist change, but we don't have to frantically seek it. I think we just have to be ourselves and keep walking in truth and seeking these spaces and spreading the word and spreading the word of love, being that love, walking it, showing it, expressing it, being embodied in it. And the work is doing itself. Look at these spaces. They're amazing, you know. We go all over the place and we have so many topics and so much expression of energy. It's beautiful. And thank you guys so much for having me. And with that,
Matthew, it's only going to get better.
Yeah, it is. It's great. You know, Luke, I know things, they go all over the place, man. It's been frantic because everybody's kind of, on different pages with their life and stuff, but it's beautiful to see all the different stories unfolding in different time zones. Because if you guys don't realize we're speaking through time, yeah, because all of you are all over the world in different places. We're speaking through time to each other. We're transcending time to speak the loving kindness, these messages of hope and love. So all I have to say is really just you guys are doing great. Everybody's right where they need to be. Keep climbing, keep searching. Don't get discouraged.
Thank you for those wonderful words, Matthew. Always a pleasure to have you in my space, and be influenced by your understanding. We'll go Kimberoo and we'll go Michael. Then I'll do some closing remarks.
I just wanted to say about my journey with my connection, or at least a relationship with Source, is that I have 5 children, and I had 2 in a hospital, and I had 3 at home, just my husband and I. And the first time we did it was with our 3rd son, and I had a birth pool in the back room of our house, and I was going through transition, and I didn't know if I could do it or not. And I asked my husband to open up the window in the room. And as soon as he opened up the window, I could feel the wind. Like, it was a warm day, and I could hear my dog barking, and it was like this peace just overwhelmed me. And that's when my child was born. And then with the second one that we had moved. We lived off grid. And I was in transition again. And I said to myself, I'm going to pray to God. And I looked at my water bottle that was next to me, and I just said, like a whisper, I said, God, help me. And when he did that, then right away, my son was born. And then, so we have 4 boys now. And so I'm preparing for my daughter to be born. And when I started, right as my water broke, I knew instantly that I was going to start praying to God. And I prayed to God the whole time, and I had her in 15 minutes. from the beginning of my water breaking. And I think that we've all been taught and told that that is something painful. That's a lie. I mean, I see a lot with history about the divine feminine being suppressed as well. And I want to let you know that, you know, he touched on saying suffering is the cause or something. But what I'm saying is that when we cut babies out of women and we sign them away on paper and pen and we take them away from the mother like that, spiritually and physically, we're denying the right to be born, right? And that's lacking so much in the subconscious and in the conscious minds. But I just want to let you know that birthing, it can be a wonderful experience, and it is a beautiful experience, and it is something that we're all doing together with so much love. Because a single act of love, it doesn't always work that way, but a single act of love creates that whole new life. And our mother and father love us very much.
And if everyone was coming from a place of love, imagine what could become. Anybody else have something to say? Michael, I haven't forgotten about you.
Hello, thank you very much. I just wanted to contribute this part of myself, I guess, before we go, because I know you said you were wanting to close up. So I wanted to say that it is here I have all of the wonders of the world, striking a chord deep down in my soul. And in this moment do I feel blessed by you all. Together, intertwined, we may crawl, then walk, run, fly, and shine until we get to that holy hall. And through the eyes to your soul do I see you all.
That was fucking beautiful. And if I could share what I shared in my group chat, and if you're not a part of my group chat, please feel free to reach out, and I will do my best to get you in that group chat. It's the ground crew that I am creating, but all I need from you are words of encouragement. That's it, really. That's all I need from you. Because in my mind's eye, I have already accomplished what I have set out to accomplish. That's how dreams are manifested into the physical reality. You know before you take the next step that what you have your mind, heart, and spirit set on, you will achieve what you have set out to achieve. And these are gifts that I give away freely to the children of the light. Here's a little poem that I wrote. Children that bend spoons, who always had a choice to choose what their heart desired for everyone else. It's time you took your place upon the bookcase and seal what was started. I'll do it gently as best as I can to fucking land safely. Busy, busy, everyone's so busy. The moment is so beautiful though. And I've enjoyed these moments in heaven with each one of you. But they aren't ready for me, but I'm ready for them. And I will close this space up and I will do it all over again until everyone sees what I see. And when that happens, we will be in fucking heaven. Because I want nothing more than to bow down to you and know in my heart and soul that you know exactly what I know. And if it wasn't so simple, it would be impossible to achieve that the unmanageable can be comprehended and made manageable and completed. And I'm just going to do a silly dance in the song all the way to the end of the finish line. And I encourage you to join the next space and add your voice to the chorus. It'll be a different space indeed. I will change my attitude slightly to perfect what I see I should be. And I thank each one of you for molding me into the character that is required of me to fulfill my destiny, to gift myself a destiny, so that anyone else can gift themselves whatever they choose. Because really, it's about time the children took over from the adults, because the adults are doing a terrible fucking job. And on that note, I'd love to end this transmission on this beautiful moment with you. I love you all so dearly, and I look forward to our further conversations to get to the nitty gritty and the brass tacks so that everyone sees like we do. And again, I appreciate everyone in this room. If you haven't already followed everyone in the room, please do so now. I will have a moment of silence before I close the room. because the silence is so powerful, but it's so deafening, so I feel the need to always fill it with my voice or a sound in particular because it's so deafening. But I love you all. I'll open a new space and the new personality will emerge in order to get us to the end result. I love each and one of you again, and thank you for your time. And time is precious, and I would never waste any of your time. I love you all. Thank you.